You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for checking in here. This is a video on how to make your own chocolate from scratch with the Glee Gum kit. And if you want to see how to make gum, search the channel. We have that video there as well too. This is all natural, and we're actually going to just mix it right here in front of you and do the whole process. It's easy to make your own chocolate. Inside, you'll find all of these ingredients. So there you can read it here. It's about connecting, creating, and captivating. And that's 100% Lucky Penny Shop, you know. Using your imagination, creating, and getting something to eat. Can't beat that. So that's all you have to do is melt the cocoa butter, add the ingredients, temper the chocolate, and you can even add like nuts and peanut butter to these little cups that they have. Here, let me show you that stuff. Turn the camera down here. So here is everything that we need. This is the cocoa butter. So you can see, that's hard. This is the starter crystals. Alright. Here is the paper cups, the heat indicator, and some beans in there. Kind of test those out, that's neat. And some cocoa powder. And then the last thing is confectioner sugar. So there's all of our ingredients. Well, what else can we do except get going on the process here? There was also the instructions in the box. It says, make your own chocolate from scratch. Nice. So what's the first step? Reading. Make sure you have an adult. Okay, I think we've got that part cleared out. Find all the parts. Ooh, we did that, so we're following. You will also need a wooden spoon. Like this one here. Excellent. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, optional. Now, we're going to break the rules here a little bit. We brought in some peppermint because we thought, mint chocolate is good, so we're going to try that. And then it says you could also add nuts, dried fruit, marshmallows, peanut butter. We're going to skip that for now, only because we want to get to the chocolate part and eat the chocolate. Let's see, 1 to 2 quart, microwave-safe glass, or a double boiler. We happen to have that. So there's some instructions on the starter crystal. So melt. If you're using a double boiler, put the cocoa butter into the top pan of the double boiler and melt it completely over hot water. So I'm going to get set up here, bring in the double boiler, because we have one. And we're going to start the process of making chocolate. Exciting, hang in there. Okay, we're all set for step 1. That's melting the cocoa butter. We've got a double boiler right here. A double boiler is 2 pots in one. So the bottom one is actually got the water in it. It's not supposed to touch the upper one. It's using the heat from the steam that's rising up. So that's what you hear. So let's get the cocoa butter, remember? Let's get that melted. Might have to adjust the temperature here. So they want that completely melted, it says. So we'll see. It's already starting to melt in there. So let me turn up our double boiler just a little. Got our wood spoon that it called for. Okay, so it is starting to melt. Turning up the heat just a little. Just going to let that go a little bit. It's working great. So it looks like it's halfway melted now. Once I turned up the gas a little bit, well, the electric, you know what I mean. Okay, the next step now, it's going to want us to remove from the double boiler and then combine the next set of ingredients, which is the cocoa powder and confectioner sugar. So we're going to do that next. So let's just let this melt a little more. looks close. So I brought in a little hot pad here. Turn the heat down just a little. Okay. This hot pad actually was made by my Nana, so it's probably about 25 years old when she made this. I thought I'd bring it in here. Pretty neat. Looks chocolatey, doesn't it? Okay, so that's melted. So we're going to take it off the heat. Let's bring it down here. Now it wants us to mix the confectioner sugar, the cocoa powder, and confectioner sugar. So let's do that. Now this says, you know, once you get in there, stir vigorously 50 times. So I'm going to count. Does that look rich? Yes, it does. I'll move that up a little bit for you there. Let's get this next one cut open here. Get that going in there. Okay, mixing. Mixing, mixing, mixing. So let's get to the, now that it's incorporated there, let's get to the vigorous step, huh? Get it all off the edges. Nice. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the cleaning there, I'm hitting the side of the pot. So it says until all the lumps have disappeared, and you know what? I would say we're pretty close. If anybody's counting out there, looks nice and creamy. Yeah, good. Okay, so it says now, step 3. Put the mixture back over the boiling water and heat for 3 minutes, stirring frequently. For 3 minutes. Okay, so we're going to do that next. Move my spoon out of the way. Back over the double boiler. Let's get the heat up again. Still pretty hot already. This won't take long. So we have 3 minutes of stirring. Now we don't want to burn our chocolate, that's for sure. So don't leave the stove. Oop, hit the camera there, sorry. Now it does say you can't overmix this, okay? I mean over stir it. It's good. Starting to boil again, so we'll go 3 minutes. I'm going to turn it down just a little. Now it's all about the temperature for chocolate, so You want to get that right temperature. There's a temperature indicator in there which we're going to put on. It has you put on to get it to the right temperature to cool it down. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, so now we're going to do that. The 3 minutes is done. We're going to put it back. Now it says stir the mixture again several times. So take it out, stir again several times. So that's what we're going to do. Now there's a note here. It says, as you know, oil and water don't mix well. And by all of this vigorous stirring, what you're trying to do is to help get rid of some of the moisture in the chocolate. That way, the chocolate is smoother and better. You really can't stir too much. That's good to know. So now it wants us to remove the backing from the temperature strip. I'll show you that. It's in this little bag here. This is what it looks like. And they want us to stick that to the side of the pot. And it says, let's see, about a ½ inch from the bottom. So we're going to do that next. Okay, so this is rounded, so we're going to put it closer to the actual rounded part of the bottom. What I'll do is I'll lift this up and show you. Okay, so I kind of stuck it right there. So I'll show it to you again. What we're doing now is we're waiting for that strip, what it says, is to get to 94 degrees. That's where you add a ¼ teaspoon of vanilla. No more, it says. So, got to be careful there. And we will. So I'm going to keep checking the strip. It's hard to show you and mix at the same time. Maybe I can. I can't do it that way. Just going to wait. Must be patient. You can kind of move this out of the way a little bit now. Center this now. Okay. How's that better? Okay. I think we're going to just wait a second, let that cool down a little bit more, and we'll check back in just a second, okay? Alright, so it says it could take up to 15 minutes. What I decided to do is bring in another little temperature gauge to kind of regulate. It's been about probably 5 or 6 minutes. We'll just see where we're at. And I've been stirring all along too, so you know. We want you to just keep stirring, keep stirring. Right now it's just about 100, just under 100. Yep, just at 100. So we'll just leave that there, and I'll just hold it. Keep stirring vigorously. Don't stop. Now they do give you the black indicator strip, but it's really hard for me to show you that and to keep stirring at the same time. So we're actually a little hotter than 100, so I'm just going to keep stirring. You don't have to sit here and watch me if you don't want to. So you're going to see a cut in the video here, and we'll come back in a little bit, okay? Okay, so I'm going to put that ¼ teaspoon. They call for vanilla. We're going to use peppermint. All right. So we're going to mix up a real close. Right now we're reading about 94, actually, just under 100. So we're pretty much ready to go. Once it hits the 94, then you got to add your last component piece, the starter crystals. It does say, though, while we're waiting, is to take your cocoa beans. Remember they gave you the 2 cocoa beans in the set? They were in there. It says, find the beans, rub them between your fingers to remove the shells. Oh, look at that. I don't want to do it over my pot. And then there is the actual inside. Cool. Here, let me show you that from another one here so you can kind of see it break up. So I'm rubbing them to get the outer shell off. So that's the cocoa bean. It smells like cocoa too. Nice. Yes, nothing like making a mess. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, so we're all set. We're at 94. Okay, so add the starter crisper. It says mix well, pressing any lumps to the side. Then you're gonna, so mix this in and then fill up your little candy, ooh, smell the mint. Okay, so the last step, it says, now we're actually tempering. Mix well with the spatula, pressing any lumps against the side. Now pour or stir in the little candy liners, which you see I have set up here. Didn't know how many, so I just put a bunch out. I think we're good. All the lumps are out. Smells great. We clean up a little here. Let me reset everything up here, and we'll start filling our little shells, all right? Hold on. Okay, I'm all set. I just wanted to show you, there was the temperature gauge. It's on the green. See it right there? Okay, so we're good. I brought in a little measuring spoon just to kind of get an idea here. So I'm going to scoop this out, pour it into my little... Now you could add nuts, raisins, anything you want to this. You know, be creative. Ooh, it's hard to set that down. There we go. Let me just leave it down there. Hope you can see that okay. And then you still have to refrigerate it, so this is just one piece of the final puzzle. I'm sure everybody wants to see me eat it, right? Isn't that the best part? Oh, yeah, drop it down. Sorry, I forgot. Here, let me scoop some up and show you. Show you what I see. Would you like to just drink it? I bet you would. I would. Let me just move them all closer. They look great. And I'd probably add a couple walnuts in there, maybe almonds. I like almonds. Whatever you want. Looks like we're going to get quite a few. Let me do these. Guess you could even put peanut butter. They say you can use peanut butter. Wouldn't that be neat? Crunchy peanut butter on the bottom, little piece of it. Or just scoop a little bit on the top. I guess it's all what you want to do in your imagination. Well, it makes quite a few. I mean, I'm not even near half. Here's what I have left. See, oh, just a lot. So I'm going to be making chocolate. Who's complaining, right? Maybe I'll top some of these off just a little. Well, look at my nice white top. Okay, it's got chocolate on it, so I'm going to have to clean that. Really full. Alright, there's more. What I'm going to do, of course, is get these onto a tray, get them in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to clean up and come back and show you what they look like. Hang on! Alright, the booth cleaned up real nice here, and I'm as excited as you could ever see Lucky Penny Shop Dave. Why? Because I've got tons of chocolate in front of me, and it came out great. When I was in the kitchen, I noticed we had some pecans, so I added some pecans like this to one. And then we had some coconut chips. Yes, so I just put some on. Nothing fancy. And this one here was bacon. So I just put some bacon in there. And I have to tell you, I'm excited to eat one of these, so I'm going to grab this one first. I don't know why. Let's just see. Ooh, this would have been great with peanut butter. It's nice. It's a good consistency. And that mint is spectacular. And it's creamy. Now, I like a lot of things, but this is really good. Let me have one with a nut. So, of course, you could be as creative as you want. Sorry, it's all over my fingers. That is scrumptious. And I'm still eating because I'm going to eat the bacon one last. This is a great kit. And I had fun making it. Hope you had fun watching it. Wow. Alright, that's enough for me. Use your imagination. Have fun with things. We do appreciate it. Later. If you want to see more play sets in action, then just click here. Thanks for watching. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.